Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 11, Week 5, Day 7. So today, we're going to be going over all of the weekly spoilers for the week, as well as messing around with teams. So last night we actually got the Blue Dragon, which is right over somewhere's here. Where is he? If we go to... Actually, I don't remember his name. 1 second. I actually completely forget, and I can't do it by base rarity either. Oh yeah, you can do it by gems. I keep forgetting. If you do gems, it brings up all the gem dragons. Oh, I forgot to actually fully trait this guy. I should go do that. But anyways, we got the Sapphirix last night, so we'll definitely be messing around with teams today. See what exactly this thing can end up doing. It deals damage to all enemies, boosted by blue gems, then converts 5 blue gems to blue giant gems, and of course a 10% chance for an extra turn per blue gem on the board. Add a boost ratio of 2 times. Same as the same kind of setup as all the other gem dragons are concerned. Yeah, hopefully the stream is more stable tonight compared to last night. For whatever reason, it seems like it's starting bad, but it looks like it has just gotten stable. And then unstable. And then stable again. It's getting there. I'm not sure what's up with it. But hopefully it'll fix itself soon. I really don't know. But it's better than last night, it looks like, ever so slightly. And then it got bad again. Strange. But hopefully it'll stable itself out. Because none of my settings, none of my anything's wrong. It's all the same as normal. It's just, yeah, it's ever since the electricity and everything went out. It's just been like that since forever. Or, you know, since Friday. And we didn't stream on Friday, so technically since Saturday. Anyways, it does look like it's starting to get a little bit better. I'm looking at like the frames dropped, but still dropping a lot, like half. Not as much as last night, but still a lot. Anyways, let me go max this guy, because we need to anyways for later. And then we'll go over all the spoilers. Yeah, it's definitely something with the hurricane. When it will be fixed, hopefully soon. If nothing else, it shouldn't get in the way of us doing the video tomorrow. The video should be nice and smooth because it's not actually like streaming or anything when we're doing the video, so it'll be nice and stable. It might take longer for it to upload, but you know, it'll be stable when it does go up. But anyways, hello everyone. Hello Kevin, hello Anthony, hello Isabel, hello Ginky, hello Sushi Ninja, hello Anthony, hello Logic Slayer, hello Henry, hello Draco, hello Anthony, hello Lester, hello Defiant, hello Logic Slayer, hello Jonian, hello Tyrion, hello NASA, hello Kaha. And hello everyone else, welcome. Okay, let me go fully trait this guy. I will just do the single orange orb here. And then let's go over to spoilers, and then we'll mess around with seeing if we can get a nice perfect dungeon for once. Still haven't gotten one yet, but they have made it perfectly consistent now. And of course, with the dragon, we do end up getting 22-star glacial peaks. What do we get out of that? I believe tribute chance, oddly enough, which is not too bad. Tribute chance being the better of the two, as it makes it more likely to get tribute. When multiple happen simultaneously. So hello, Imperial, welcome. Anyways, next week's event, we have the Spirit of Rage with this trip right over here. It ends up exploding 3 gems. It's a 12 mana cost, red-blue. It explodes 3 gems, and 2 more for every enraged ally, so that can theoretically do up to 11 explodes, which that is not horrible, but very conditional. And then enrage a random ally. Yeah, it's not worth it. You need way more follow-up than that if you're going to be worthwhile. It does enrage when it kills an enemy, gains some attack when an enemy casts a spell, and does have Fire Link. But overall, there's just better mana accumulators out there, and I don't really foresee a situation where you're going to be using that particularly. Next, we have ourselves the event scoring, which, to my understanding, is Spirit of Rage is highest priority, and then it's rarity order. But Spirit of Rage is probably like a weird epic one. I don't think we have a graphic for it here yet. We probably will nearer to launch, but whatever this one is, it's probably an epic. Or then again, what are you, an ultra rare? It might actually be an ultra rare icon just with like a special one. But basically it's rarity of order, except Spirit of Rage you should always take. But Spirit of Rage likely has a special icon, so just make sure to take that special icon one, and then the rest should be rarity order, as Doomclaw is a mythic, King Mikhail's legendary there, and then Wolverine, I believe it's an epic or so. So it does look like it's just rarity order, with Spirit of Rage being the highest priority that you should always take every time you end up seeing one. Oh, wait, sorry. It actually, wait, first 5 battles are random, and then it guarantees you Spirit of Rage? Hold up. That makes it even easier. The battle against the Spirit of Rage is a rare battle that appear on the map, but only 1 Spirit of Rage will appear at a time. Yeah, so always take Spirit of Rage the second you see it. Okay. So yeah, just do rarity order and take Spirit of Rage every time you see it. Pretty straightforward for once. Anyways, as far as other things that we have going on throughout the week, we do have a decent handful. The first we have here is, let's see, all the way at the bottom here. We have ourselves factions. We have the Weirwoods faction event. As far as Weirwoods, it is among one of the most annoying ones to end up doing. It's mostly because of all the transforms that ends up having in it, which is very, very, very annoying. Arguably one of the hardest few factions in the entire game. So if you want to go gem it on Tuesday, it'll be even easier than normal. As it is probably advised, if there's any few factions that's still worth gemming down, Weirwoods is probably one of them. It's definitely not required, but it definitely makes it easier if nothing else. Wednesday we have the Erskine, which I can't remember if we already had. Yeah, that's just the Urska Bear. Yeah, we've already had that. That's been out for a couple years now. Class event, of course, is for the Urskia hero class of Sentinel. Sentinel would be better if there wasn't already so many good tank hero classes, especially since Elementals. I personally feel like Sentinel's almost never really used. It does have, if I'm not mistaken, it doesn't have Dispel. It doesn't have Dispel, because that's like one of the few things it has. Is like ultra tanky with Dispel. What am I looking for? Class. Because last I recall, it had like double reduction. And had the, it had the spell on banishment, but sometimes you go for the mastery. So it's okay. It has banish, it has barrier on brown, it has natural 40% score reduction. Compared to elementals, it's very rarely used, but it can be used situationally if you really need a dispel tank. There are other ways to do it as well, however, it is one of the methods for doing so, and that's probably one of its main value points, is being a dispel tank. And lastly, this Friday, we actually have ourselves... Oh, wait, we got Legends of Reborn next week? Or not, sorry, not next week, but, the week after next week. Interesting. Anyways, and then this Friday, we're going to be getting a faction event. This is the fourth faction event that we ever got. We're going to be getting the... Actually, it's probably easier if I go over troop menu to show this. So, we're getting this new troop on this Friday. And that troop is this thing right over here. Let me go... what's the easiest way to bring it up? Probably grab this, grab that, and there we go. I will probably be skipping this one to invest the gems into gem dragon eggs. But it is the Clam Lasher. It is a epic from Sea of Sorrows. Specifically a merfolk monster. 12 mana cost green-blue. And it deals magic plus 3 true damage. Oh, nice. Synergy. Wait, this is for Sea of Sorrows, right? Yeah, nice. It does have synergy. Wait, wasn't this originally not going to have synergy? But yeah, that has synergy with the legend that you would normally use. That's nice. It deals true splash damage to an enemy. And then remove all gems of one of their mana colors. Unfortunately, that's remove and not destroy, so not as great. But overall, not too bad. Definitely has some potential. Anyways, Deep Shield just gives some armor. Has some stealthy, so it won't get targeted. And some spell armor, so when it finally does get targeted, it has spell reduction. Honestly, that's a really weird combination. Stealthy with spell armor? Interesting. That definitely makes it pretty spell tanky, if nothing else. Not only can it not be hit directly, but also, once it does start getting hit, it takes less damage. But generally, you'd want the thing that isn't stealthy to have the reduction there. Also, by the way, how's the lag on the stream? Because it's better than yesterday, but it's still, like, ticking down slowly. It looks like it's going through moments where it's dropping a lot of frames and stabilizing. Like, right now, it looks like it's stabilized, and then it's probably going to go crazy again. Hopefully, it's definitely stabler than last night, so we're getting there. Anyways, hopefully that's not so loud too. Hello, Anthony. Welcome. Hello, Clipbomb. Anyways, that's pretty much everything we got going on next week. But yeah, Legends Reborn the following week. Do we actually know what all those pets are? Hold up. Wait, if we have a Legends Reborn already coming back, do we know the pets? Yes, there it is. There's the 4 pets. Wait, they say cosmetic. They're not actually cosmetic. Oh no. Oh wait, are they finally? Wow. They are finally adding it. Notice the numerical number on this pet right here. Number 40. Notice the numbers on these other ones. 213, 214, 215. This pet right here, this bird, has been, like, ready to go into the game for, like, 3 to 4 years now. And he is finally being added. But yeah, he is pet number 40. And we're already in, like, the 200s. And he is just now finally being added. He was in the very, very, very first batch of, like, existence of pets, but was never added for any purpose. And now he's finally being added, so it took long enough. Wow. But, yeah, he's coming in, like, 3 years after the art has been made. He's been in this spoiler thingy for ages. Like, some of these down here, like, if we check a different number, like, this guy's 89. This one's, here's another one, a duck, number 44. This one hasn't been added for forever. So looks like it's eventually going to be for the Kingdom of Volt, which currently is not a kingdom. Let's see, and other stuff like that. Like we got a 45 sword, which I'm surprised hasn't been added for Sword's Edge or something. But anyways, yeah, we're getting those pets. Oh, exactly what they're bonusing for, I don't know. The page doesn't say. I guess we could somewhat infer based on the art. However, that also isn't a particularly easy tell for some of these. Like, what on earth is this supposed to buff? Probably some kind of Strix troop, realistically. But kind of hard to tell. Anyways. But yeah, the page doesn't actually say. Unless I'm missing a resource where it does somewheres. He showed us the bird. Give us draw. I know, we still don't have the mini Zugoff. This we've had art for this guy for a while. He's number 97, and we're in the 200s. But yeah, we never got this little guy. The mini Zugoff. He's gone through the entire meta. He went from being not meta to meta. Actually, when this art for this thing was made, I don't even think Zugoff was meta at the time, which is kind of funny. Though these days, he very much is, and they still haven't added him. Wouldn't that be funny if this actually gives a bonus to Zugoff? Maybe that's why they'd be concerned to add it. Maybe they, like, want to add it as a bonus to Zugoff, like, +5 to all stats. And they're scared to add to the game just because of how strong he already is. Honestly, if this was a pet that gave +5 to everything on Zugoff, I would probably max him just for the 3 attack he would get on top of that. Because if you're already getting 5 to all stats, I feel like the extra little bit of 3 might actually be worthwhile. As counterproductive as that seems. But I might be at that point. Anyways, that's all the things that we got going on in the near future. Anyways, so let's go clear our dungeons. See how badly we do. Of course, we will keep hitting top 3 until we eventually get it correct. I don't care how long we have to do this for. We will do it for months until it works. Oh, is today today? Oh. Oh. Oh, luckily they're not annoying traps. Technically Deathmark is, but the other one isn't. Oh, I got some diamonds on Diamond Day. Speaking of which, don't forget, because I sometimes forget to do this on some of the Sundays, don't forget it is still worthwhile to get this for 50 gems every Sunday and only on Sunday. You can theoretically do it every day as well, however Sunday it is extremely good value. And of course, as per usual, the only way we're getting Dragonite, we'll get our daily Dragonite from there. Anyways, let's go clear out our battles real quick. We already got Magnesia set up. Let's go do all the things that need Magnesia. And then we'll go mess with the new Blue Dragon. So we got the new Blue Dragon last night when we opened an egg. I have not messed with it because our stream last night was quite a bit more unstable. Though this stream doesn't seem to be too much more stable, though slightly stabler than before. Hopefully that'll be fully fixed by tomorrow. Though that is beyond my control. As the infrastructure for all the internet stuff obviously got hit a little bit from the hurricane. So whatever they're doing to fix it, they are slowly working at it. Let's see. We'll throw that down. Oh, I didn't need that. I was gonna say I needed that. No, I actually don't. That's perfectly fine. What I do need is you not to die. Good. You got a perfect today? Nice. Congrats. I'm gonna literally be the last person in the entire game to have a perfect. Like this achievement. What's the achievement up to? Hold up. I gotta see this. If I had to guess, the achievement's at least 1%. Let's see. Where's this achievement? Should be easy to tell because it's the only one I don't have. It is at 1.2%. Look at all these other ones that people have. Like, look, wait, how's that even possible? More people have crafted a dragon egg. I mean, less people have crafted a dragon egg than there are people who got a perfect. How does that even happen? Because even based on normal odds, even based on, like, that tool, the odds that you had, like, you would get enough to get a gem dragon egg way before you would get enough to get a perfect run off of RNG. That's kind of insane. But yeah, 1.2%. And we're not one of them. You have 5 different dragons and 1 dupe. Nice. Yeah, we're up to 4 dragons, 1 dupe. We're getting there. Though I am going to probably hold the rest of my resources to not get another dragon. I'm too concerned of getting a repeat again. Oh gosh, I needed that to win. Wait, I can just run from this fight. Wait, Deathmark, don't completely obliterate, please. But yeah, I'm going to be holding all my Dragonite here 4th. Because they already confirmed they're going to be adding more quality of life to it at this point. And I'm just going to hold all the rest of mine until they add more quality of life. I don't want to risk it. Because at this point, by the time we actually have enough to get the dragon, you know, the final reward, we are... Like we don't want to risk the RNG of what it currently is now compared to what it will be in the future. So they will likely have it fixed by the time we have all the resources to get everything. So I'm just kind of waiting until a couple months from now, likely early next year, where they do that patch. Because it'll probably be like the first, second patch of next year, which is either January or like February, Marches, somewhere around there. So within like 3 to 5 months, it should be fully fixed. And by then, we should have all the Dragonite lined up to go. Because at this point, I don't intend to actually open any more Dragon Eggs. We've done 5 with 4 unique dragons. And I am happy at that position due to the chance of us getting a repeat being way too high. So I'm just going to do that. Get the if nothing else, the next thing we're actually getting is this weapon. I have everything we need to go get the Ring of Crystal Ice. So we'll be getting that next. And then after that, we are just hoarding all of our Dragonites until they do something to fix Dragonite. Essentially. I'm going to keep clicking the Dragonite button until they completely fix the entire mechanic of Dragonite. Make it so you can target eggs or whatever they're doing for it, and go from there. Anyway, speaking of that, let's go clear our dailies real quick. Also, I got to kill a lot of greens today, which will definitely be a priority a little bit later. But after this, I do want to go and probably hand out a code, because we're going to hand out 2 codes tonight. One as soon as we finish out these, and then another one a little bit later on. But after this, we're going to go test Blue Dragon teams and see what we can get out of the new Blue Dragon. Or not Blue Dragon, you know, he's been out for a couple months now, or about a month or so. But the one from the previous patch. Let's see. They should at least put a hard cap of 4 on a dragon. Yeah, that would make sense if they would do something like that. Make it so only 4 of a dragon can be accumulated. That would still be kind of bad, though. Like, that's still extremely unlucky if you're getting 4 of the same dragon. But kind of insane that they actually allow it to get more than 5. Because there is someone out there who has 5 of one dragon. The likelihood of that is very unlikely. But someone has done it by now, I'm pretty sure. 5 of the exact same dragon. Which is exceedingly bad luck. One of your guildmates is 4 of the same dragon? Oh gosh. And that is why I'm holding the rest of my Dragonite. Plus, we actually have something we can go for next that isn't just the dragon. We have the weapon. While that weapon probably won't be used for Blue Guild War Day, we could. And also, the funny thing is, we'll actually have it before next Blue Guild War Day. Because Guild War is... Isn't it 2 weeks from now? Let me double check. 7 days, 6 hours. Yeah. In 7 days and 6 hours, we'd have enough Dragonite. Because 7 days is 60... Well, you have to keep in mind, it's technically 8 days. Because the day after is when it actually starts. Oh, but then I can't set the defense. So yeah, it would have to be 7 days. So 7 days from now is... Math on that. 60... 420. We'd have 420 more Dragonite. 420 more Dragonite would be 10 short. However, if I'm not mistaken, we are getting some from the pass. Let me double check that real quick. Aren't we getting some from the pass? Because that would cover the gap. I would need 10 more. So we're getting 10 between there. No. No. Hold up. I might be 10 short. Well, as long as Blue Day doesn't fall exactly on Tuesday, we'd still be able to do it. It would just have to not fall on a Tuesday. Because, yeah, we're not actually getting any more Dragonite between now and then. I believe we are getting some, like, all the way at the end here. It's not a lot. It's like some in the expanded pass over here. It's not a lot of Dragonite, but a small handful. I think it's like 100 or something. Anyways. But yeah, we're going to be like 10 short. But as long as it's not on that exact Monday, we'll be fine. Because then we could just set it for a Wednesday team or a Thursday team or, you know, anything else. Because I am probably going to set the blue weapon just to see what it does. Will it be that useful? Probably not, compared to, like, blue book. Like, the red and blue books are definitely going to be better than the red and blue, like, weird weapons that come from the dragons. I still want to try it just to see how it does, though. See if we can actually get any amount of wins on it. You know what? We already started this. Might as well grab the pet food, too. I feel like we have, like, infinite pet food these days, though. Just announced Tuesday is Guild War. Blue Day on PC and mobile. I know, right? That would be our luck. Pretty much. Also, thank you for the continued support, Isabel. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Let's see. Oh, glad you didn't have to evacuate. Oh, yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, so far, we only got hit with, like, 2 really bad hurricanes. And they were pretty much, like, right when I moved here, too. But aside from that, hurricanes haven't been that bad lately. And it seemed like this year we were going to go without none. Or, you know, with none. But fortunately, got hit slightly by the previous one. Though there wasn't much damage. Honestly, the main thing that seems to have taken damage is our internet connection. Like, as far as physical damage to the house and everything, it's pretty much untouched. Which is nice. Because the other two did like thousands in damages, which was not good. This one at most just made our internet bad for a couple days. Anyways, okay, let's go mess with this blue dragon. First things first, though, let me go hand out a code, and then we go mess with blue dragon. But first, I must find where my code section is. One moment. Also, my other computer, or more so the connection, is definitely going to be too laggy for me to go and do the other thing right now. So I'm just going to post in the chat. You guys know the drill already. But we'll go and put it into the thing over here. Let's see. gemsofwall.com. Loading. Go over to the redeem code. And of course, your invite code is in bottom left. You put in the invite code section. Redeem code's what's over there in chat. Copy paste of random numbers and letters from chat. Grab it from right here. And it gives same word as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And there you go. And we'll hand out another one a little bit later to stream as well. For any of you interested. Also, we have a mythic coming up too. Oh, I forgot about that. That's one other thing I didn't go over in the weekly stuff. Hold up. It's a pretty bad mythic though. But, oh, that's not how you spell Terrans, bro. Whoops. But, there's a mythic coming out this Friday. Oh yeah, this is the one for my, my sign as well. Unfortunately, it is just as useless as almost all the other ones. So, we're getting Scorpio, not to be confused with Scorpius. Scorpius is useful, Scorpio is useless. That's the easiest way to identify them. The one with less letters is useless. But yeah, Scorpio, not Scorpius, is a Mythic Drifting Sands Beast Fae with a very blue-yellow color scheme. Honestly, I really like its design. Though, like every troop that has decent art, it is useless. Deals magic times 2 plus 3 true damage to an enemy, which is a lot of damage, or probably one-shot in many situations. It inflicts poison and 3 stacks of bleed on them, which is, you know, a lot of more damage, or true damage on top of the true damage already. And if they are poisoned, there's a 50% chance to kill them outright. However, the problem with this is all it does is hit one target. Is it called Scorpio? Wait, is it called Scorpio? Wait, isn't it supposed to be Scorpio? Did they spell it wrong, or is it just spelled that way? That's kind of funny. Yeah, it's spelled right here. No, that's a scorpion. I thought it said Scorpio sign. But, yeah, that's spelled wrong, isn't it? I just kept saying Scorpio because, you know, that's the way it should be. I'm pretty sure that's a mistype. Because the other ones were named exactly like it. But anyways, it's useless. It's just a one-shotting true damaging troop. And anything that only one-shots with no follow-up is really, really bad. And he doesn't get any kind of, like, effect when he kills or anything like that. He's basically just weaker Weaver or weaker Scorpius or weaker, like, anything. Like, he's just really bad. Honestly, he's even weaker of that one troop that's almost never used from Stormheim. Because this isn't another true damage one. But at least he does something beyond that. He's considered pretty much useless. And he's basically better than the Mythic that's coming out this Friday. So what JoeConnors does is he does a bunch of true damage to an enemy boosted by barriered allies and giants, generally getting enough true damage to one-shot or almost one-shot a troop, similar to what this other troop does, except he actually has a good passive. He gains a barrier to a random ally every single time you take an extra turn, which is not insanely great, especially when you compare it to Archdiva, which does both barrier and bless every extra turn. However, it's not bad, necessarily. But, yeah, it's way worse. Or, this is way worse than that. And that was already bad and pretty much unusable state. And this is even more unusable than that. So unfortunately, it is useless, but you know, we're still going to get it. Build some teams for all that, as we normally do. But it is definitely a very low priority as far as Mythics are concerned. And as far as Drifting Sands, there are better Mythics from Drifting Sands as well. While Drifting Sands doesn't have the best Mythics in there, they are definitely all better than that thing. If I'm not mistaken, let me double check. So yeah, actually, literally, Scorpius is just a better version of him. And it's already in the same kingdom. So let's go Scorpius instead. Shabana Vespera, while very situational, is not a bad troop. It's a very gimmicky troop if you want to have like 99 or, you know, 1,000 of all stats. So it has that kind of gimmick for it. It can kind of loop a little bit. The biggest issue is when it misses, it just falls apart. It also has the, if it gets frozen, it falls apart issue that a lot of other troops have. So you have to build around, like, you know, having a cleanse. And that uses a whole slot. And then you're using 2 slots just to make your team function. And it's one of those kind of situations where it's very situational that you'd actually bring it out. And theoretically, it also has Topazarf, which is also better than the Mythic. So there are already 3 other Mythics in this location, all better than the Mythic coming out this Friday. with Scorpius being literally the one-to-one comparison of just a better version of it. So, yeah, it's pretty useless, unfortunately. Anyways, but yeah, I almost forgot about that Mythic. So let's go mess with the blue dragon. So we did get this blue dragon the other day, specifically last night. So let's go and use this thing. And I keep forgetting its name, so I will just keep putting in gems to go find it. So let's go put it in these top 3 teams right over here and see what we can get out of this. Just kind of mess around. And blue is an interesting color. Definitely not the strongest of the colors for this thing, but we can make it work. First thing that comes to mind is we do have some Beatrix in there. We can go into a different brown and kind of go from there. Trying to think what else. Perpetual Blue Storm Troop is unfortunately really bad. If I'm not mistaken, isn't it the exact same coloration? Because you have to deal with Mab, or what's her name? Wait, why does so many things have Mab in it? Because I'm looking for Skady. So Skady has Perpetual Blue Storm. I don't feel like it's going to be worth using for the fact that it has full mana conflict. They're both exactly blue, purple, yellow, and for that reason will likely not be used together. Yeah, Thrall, Angry Mob, stuff like that. Gonna be really good with this. Honestly, I almost want to do Angry Mob or Merilith, mostly because no mana conflict. So if we're making a general team, having no mana conflict with it initially seems like a good start. Then maybe like Beatrix, so we get the excess blue, and like put a Beatrix behind it. This will give us the cleanse that we desperately need. And then we just have Hero doing hero things in first slot. We have access to quite a few different options, depending on what we want to do here. I don't think we want to block it on blue. I also don't necessarily want to block my mana accumulator. Blocking Beatrix is actually perfectly fine in this team. So we could go a green weapon for a lot of damage. I'm trying to think of... let me actually double check. Because we could always just go Rope Dart or something. Because we are going to get a lot of excess blue. But I do want to have a backup way to destroy if we can. Let me just double check what green has. I always forget what your better damage options are. Like, obviously you got Doomed Glaive and stuff. I'm looking for something different than just Doomed Glaive. The worst comes to the worst, we could get away with Doomed Glaive. Countering brown, though, could be a little bit annoying just because we kind of need it for the other thing. Essence of Evil is always a good idea. Though I feel like I want another damage source, and Essence of Evil, while partially a damage source, is technically not a damage source. Yeah, I might just have to go Doomed Glaive. You know something better than that? Because we have to keep in mind, we do have Beatrix who's giving us excess green. Excess brown's obviously going to Angry Mob. Hey, Yasmin's Bow, no. Okay, I'm trying to find a green weapon that helps with blue. Oh yeah, Jar of Eyes! Hold up. Jar of Eyes with Blue Storm? Hold up. Hold up. Because this, they nerfed the mana cost, but they didn't nerf the storm. Because that's how they balanced it. They left the Crate Ice Storm on this, but they got rid of the, they made the 2 mana cost higher. So unlike most of the mana accumulation weapons that are at a 14 mana cost, this one's at a 16. Ooh, hold up. We can make this work. No, honestly, if we're doing this, I almost just want to go Essence of Evil, because we still are lacking damage, which is my main concern. The worst comes to worst. Beatrix is infinite damage. We have all the damage we need. It's just called Beatrix. I'm just gonna go like a brown blue here. Probably minus... I want +2 brown, +1 blue. Wait, why does that look purple? Wait, I'll take this one. Why on earth does that look purple, though? Am I going crazy? That is definitely purple and not blue. That is the weirdest blue color I've ever seen. Like, there's no way that's not purple. I guess I can kind of see it, but that's definitely purple. Like, look, you compare that color to, like, that color right there. That's purple. But anyways, yeah, that threw me off for a second, but yeah. Because I thought that was, like, a +2 brown, +1 purple, but no, that's blue. The category is on for it. That is indeed blue. Oh, we're currently set to Corsair. I don't believe I want Corsair necessarily, though it's kind of funny that we're set to that, as Corsair actually honestly isn't that bad in this situation. Though I don't think I want to run Corsair necessarily. Only problem is we're not using the thing from Jar of Eyes. I'm not sure what hero class I want with this. I kind of just want to go for Elementals, I mean. Because I want the freeze. I just kind of freeze spam off of that when we do get extra turns. Yeah, I guess it's technically like a navy blue. Anyways, we're gonna roll with this. Let's see what we can do. Okay, our first dragon team. Our blue dragon team, I should say. See what this little thing can do. So our main damage source is technically the dragon, though Beatrix exists and can still infinite loop in any situation, including this one. Alright, we got all the mana we need. Got barrier on our hero. I do not have a cascade for that, but we'll let him do his thing. Actually, no, it won't. Still won't. Alright, we're just gonna get every skull before we can even do a turn. Any day now, we'll stop getting extra turns. We'll go for the AoE. Got our extra turn from the little bit of blue that were on the board. I'm just gonna clear the board. Cast it again. Also, if we ever get a board that's good for Beatrix, we can just start utilizing it from there. I'm gonna go for that. Gets a lot of blue, but so do we. And at this point, we can just Beatrix kill. Unknown error. Oh no. That might be a connection issue right now. Because generally when you have lag in Gems of War, the battle is actually already instanced and only checks to update the servers once you're done with the battle. So midway through a battle, like even if you completely lost connection, it wouldn't really matter as long as you like regained connection when it's about to do the rewards and everything at the end. So if you get an unknown error right at the end, that is probably bad connection. Which is what we have right now. Alright, now we can get a little bit of Beatrix spam. And by a little bit, I mean very little bit. Literally one cast. But one is still more than none. Gosh, that extra turn is coming in play. Honestly, this thing has a higher chance of extra turn than Beatrix. It sure feels like it. Though in this situation, it actually is. 40% to 40%. Like, it legit is the exact same percent, not counting the gem spawn. Because obviously Beatrix gets gem spawn, which makes her percent way higher than 40%. But no wonder why they feel almost the same. Because a lot of times they actually are. Not counting gem spawn. That's funny. Well, is Beatrix's extra percent that low? No wonder why it feels like it a lot of time. Because obviously a lot of times you're more so banking on her board control to extra turn, more so than her actual ability. But if you're just depending only on her percent, yeah, 40% is not a lot. Unfortunately, we only have 34% on the dragon right now, which is also not a lot. Honestly, once we're in this situation, I feel like just casting Beatrix until it fails. The problem is when it fails immediately. Good old Beatrix. Good old Beatrix. Beatrix has two modes, instantly win or not. Just give the enemy all the green and brown it could ever need. It knows almost no in between. Did I miss you collecting the guild event rewards? Oh yeah, I forgot to go claim that, didn't I? Thank you, guild, for completing that out. Because I forgot, it is Sunday. Didn't they make the scoring for it really weird this week too? Because it felt like it took forever to get it done this week. And we had quite a few people farming at it. Though it could also be from me contributing a little bit less. But it definitely seemed like the rewards were scaled a bit worse this week. Or, you know, the point system. Because, honestly, I feel like they've been getting the point system right a lot more often lately. But it seemed like it was slightly off this week. Because it's not always the same scaling every single week, from week to week. But, yeah, let's go claim it. Because I don't believe I have yet. Yep, there we go. Thank you, guild. Novice is the title. Let's see. Power, blue. Purple. All colors that are not that one. But there we go. We have quite a few. Oh gosh, we're dead last. We have quite a few people doing a few thousand. Like that's even like leaderboard status, like 2,500. Yeah, that's definitely leaderboard. Like even just 2,000 was leaderboard. Which means Isabel almost was, El Loco was. I think the scaling was just a little bit weirder this week. But not by much. Anyways. Alright, so let's go and keep messing with the dragon. I was actually going to do a different team, because honestly, this one seems perfectly solid. We can even go bring it to PvP. Let's go see how it does in PvP team real quick. And then we'll go test more teams. Ah, here we go. Let's see how Beatrix does against Beatrix. May the best loopier Beatrix win. I assume you have freeze. I don't even need to check to know you 100% have freeze. You have freeze. Who could have guessed? How could I have known such a thing? Let's see. There's only like a 99% chance. Let's see. Yellow or blue. Or yellow to blue. That actually helps us a lot. Alright, thank you. I'll take my win. Unless this fails miserably. Well, explode, get a blue storm in play. Honestly, I kind of just want to go Essence of Evil. Though there's a lot of passive value you get from blue storm that's not that noticeable. It just doesn't seem like it's doing much since we can't also use the summon. Alright, he's about to do that. I can't really stop him. Though there's enough blues on the board that we're probably extra turning from this. So we do, and then we win with Beatrix. And there we go. Yeah, it didn't do too bad. Seems perfectly fine. Oh, we haven't even done over our PvP yet. Apparently, still got to do a little more. Well, we'll be doing that soon. Anyways, I've got to test a different team. That one seems perfectly fine. Alright, team number 2. Things to build Saphirax out of. I'm trying to think of blues that aren't useless. Let me just look at blue Mythic and just see what we have to work with. What's the best blue Mythic these days that isn't Zugoff? Specifically not Zugoff. Let's see. Hey, Green Dragon. Gee, that would be Beatrix actually would be fun, but wouldn't fully work. Got the Aquaticus for the Submerge. Iron Gut's interesting, honestly. Because you have extra... Oh, Mistralis! Hold up! Oh. Hello. Hello. That's not how you spell Rope Dart. That's also not the weapon section. We're just gonna have a pure blue-yellow team at this point. Just out of curiosity's sake. We're not gonna be running this. But, what is a red-green mythic? Doesn't matter what your third color is. Just out of curiosity. Because I'm pretty sure we're running a mana accumulator here. Like, literally, Marilith would fit perfectly. But just out of the curiosity of what would fit here from a mythic. Enraged Garandera is kind of funny. Very Godmother, if we had a way to destroy the board, could actually work very well. Actually, I almost want to replace Rope Dart now. Replace Rope Dart with, Actually, that could kind of work. Replace Rope Dart with... What would be the best destroying weapon? You'd probably have to run Book at that point. Could you make that work? You are Elemental. That would kind of work. How many explodes is that? You know what? I think we're going to try it. An all-mythic team with the thing. And use the fairy to cover the rest. Because this thing is score reduction. We could put it somewhat far up. And then we change our weapon to O'Shea's Tome. Or however you spell it. O'Shea... There, that one. Let's see. How many explodes is this again? 4 blue... Or 4 gems for each blue ally and each elemental. Let's assume we're running elementalists. How many explodes is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 20 explodes. I am happy with 20 explodes. 20 explodes seems fine. We technically could run a different hero class if we want to, but elementalist it sounds fine. Okay. Oh, maybe not, because we kind of want Frost Mage or something a little bit quicker. I also want a Titan, to be honest. Because I want quicker mana. I want something tanky, but I want to gain mana by, like, turn 2. So I think we go Titan. Change the banner to... Definitely need a +1 blue. Possibly on a +2 blue. Actually, we're probably just going blue-yellow at this point. Oh, that's not where banners are located. I'm looking for a blue-yellow banner. Maybe even that one. Because what do we minus? Like, what's even worth minusing here? Brown? But we were taking... I don't know, but we were taking brown to take barrier on brown, though. I guess we minus red. Because when are we ever taking red specifically for Fairy Godmother? Alright, let's see what this can do, then. So this is O'Shea Tome into Godmother. Yeah, we need to make at least one Rope Dart team out of it, especially since it's a... Oh, that reminds me. Don't forget to get Rope Dart. You have, like, 6 hours left. But this is Rope Dart week. If you currently do not have Rope Dart, you need to find a way to get Rope Dart within, like, 6 hours. Because it is an insane weapon. If you haven't already picked it up. It's been available all week, and this is the last 6 hours you can go get it for who knows how long. Problem. I don't have the last little bit of mana I have, and I have no other mana accumulator. What do I do about this? We've reached a very weird situation. where I just need the slightest of mana, and it will not give me mana. There we go. And now we do this, we do this, we do this, and we repeat the cycle. We throw that down, get a nice big Mistralis in there. Double check what we have for the board. Or just throw down an AoE and it's almost already dead. Never mind, it pretty much is dead. Clear out the board again. Throw down Godmother. Throw down mana. Throw down damage. Rinse, repeat. It works. I don't feel like it's as strong as the other one, but it gets the job done. Oh yeah, Laraza for blue-purple is kind of interesting. That's an interesting choice. Because both of those colors feed directly into the dragon. It's also every single turn, so you'd never have to worry about not having it, as long as she's not stunned. Other issue is it getting stunned, though. Alright, we'll take that just to kind of get the mana going. Throw that down because we're about to get every mana to enough of a degree where it's not going to matter. Take that over. Get infinite mana again. Throw down... How do we want to do this? Throw AoE first? Yeah, we throw AoE first. So we throw that, get an extra turn off of pure luck. Throw down that. Repeat the cycle. Throw you down. Throw this down. Get full mana on everyone. Wait, that did way little mana. And it just kills it. Do we need the extra turn there? Yeah, it's not bad. I was gonna see how it does in PvP. Biggest issue in PvP is the Fairy Godmother issue in PvP, in which you give the entire enemy full mana and they auto-win. As long as she doesn't do that, she's okay. She has insane mana accumulation, but she has a big issue with giving the enemy mana. Oh, also, this whole team centered around Gem Dragon cannot be casted this entire battle. What a fail. Oh, I just gave them full mana. It's over. Why is it the second we get a PvP battle is the exact second it chooses to give full mana to the enemy? That's amazing. The exact moment we go to PvP, it's like, oh, let's give them everything. Alright, we'll throw that down. Unfortunately, we did not get mana on the board. We did get full mana for our team. Luckily, we did not give them full mana again. So they're getting a lot of disables on us. I can't do Fairy Godmother now. We're disabled on a lot of things. That did not do anywhere near enough damage. We'll throw the Explode, so we're not webbed or anything. Also, we actually extra turned on something we weren't frozen on, which is huge, and then they're dead. That worked. Very sketchy, but it worked. Mostly because it gave them mana. Let's try that on a different team. It will backfire a little less. Oh, Web Spinner is a little annoying, though. Because he can one-shot our book. We really specifically need him not to one-shot our book. As I say that, I'm actually going to let him take a skull here. Actually, I'm going to do this. Because we still have Barrier on brown. So I'm going to do that. Hope we surge on blue. He'll poke us. He'll poke us again. Oh, wait, we got him stunned because of the other poke. Nice. Those first hits still did a lot of damage, but his other hits aren't. So I'll throw this down, get a bunch of stars. With the stars, I'm actually going to shuffle the board. Because we're about to get our mana back anyways, most likely. So full clear. Unfortunately, we did not get the mana back. But we can go and do it again. But first, let me throw down my AoE because he's not really doing anything this turn. Oh, we got extra turn too. Perfect. Okay, it's over. We do that. We explode. Get all of our mana. And by all of our mana, apparently only one of them, but it's good enough. There we go. Nice, tier 1. Okay. And, yeah, that's another team. Seems perfectly fine. Okay, let's go do the rope dart one that was suggested. With, like, Laraza and everything. Let's see, what was it? Let's see if I can remember it without looking at it. It was, like, Thrall, Laraza, and probably rope dart. Because I definitely want at least one rope dart team. Especially since it was so previously available. As in, literally right now. Let's see, rope dart and, Laraza. How do you spell Laraza again? I think it's L-Y. If I can ever hit the Y button. Oh, if I could ever hit the troop menu. Laraza? There you are. So Laraza has blue Purple Storm perpetually off its final trait. It also has Purple Link, which is decently good. We're going to need at least +1 to our banner to guarantee Thrall can full mana, which is one of the reasons for this build. So we want a +2 blue, +1 purple as our banner. That gives us -red as an option, which is nice. Doesn't minus anything we need. We could also... Actually, no, we wouldn't want to go that one, because we want specifically +2 blue, +1 purple. And with -red, which is a color we don't use. Only big issue I see with this team is a lot of the same color. We do not have a really wide color range. We probably want to go Elementalist in this case. Monk can also work out pretty well. Monk would be more defensive. Elementalist would be more offensive. So we'll go the more offensive option here. Though, I don't know. I guess for coverage, you know what? We're going to go Monk here. I still kind of want to go Monk. Because we're going to get a lot of passive mana. Then again, we're already going to get all the mana anyways. But it still has all the cleanse, which is nice. Because one issue that Rope Dart can have is when you get frozen on it. It's very unfortunate because you don't want to be frozen. We could always go Insulated, but yeah, that's why you'd go Monked. But we have cleanse, so it just works out better. Anyways, do I need to change anything else? I believe that's it. Looks good. Let's go try it over here. Has everything it needs. That's the right team, though. Alright, what do we want here? We'll take a purple over there. Grab a Destroy. And now our team can start to function. Okay. What does your ability do again? Deal a bunch of damage to all enemies, or jumble the board, or gain an extra turn. Wait. Oh yeah, the extra turn is on the jumble of the board. Or 7 explode. Which means 1/3 the time you're doing something that has no board control. I see. So we generally don't want to cast you then. Oh wait, why did I do that? We already, I thought we didn't have mana. Whoops. Okay, I think I AoE him here. Hope he doesn't take any near the blue explodes. Or we just get an extra turn, that also works. So this does have board clear as an option, which is kind of interesting. So I'll move that one. Ideally we get all of our mana. Hit him with that. Kill him with this. It's already over. Yeah, I know. Loraza's not here to cast. She's mostly here for Storm. But we can still cast her based on what it does. Like, obviously you're not spamming her. But you would still probably click her occasionally if Thrall doesn't get full mana. Because 2 out of 3 times she's still doing something board control related. That will get Thrall back to full mana. It's mostly just a backup plan when you run out of everything. Alright, we'll kill you first just because we don't have to deal with the summon. We throw our AoE. Yeah, we have to. I was gonna say, maybe we go for the skull there, but... Alright, we're definitely gonna have to pop the mana there. Everything going again. I need that thing to die off the next turn. Who's the most likely thing to do it? Realistically, it's you. So we need you to do that. Then we can Rope Dart you to first. Unfortunately, you are blessed, but we got all of our mana back. We Rope Dart you again. We got that summon, but that's fine. Like right here is when we cast Loraza. Yeah, actually it's better to take that. Also, can you please stop getting poked? That'd be great. Can you please stop trying to win? That'd be great. I think we just lost. Because now I have to kill him with only Skull. Which is very problematic given the lack of skulls that are currently on the board right now. Let's see. Because I can't Rope Dart him because he has Stealthy. Like, if he didn't have Bless here, I think we'd be fine. I'm going to do this for 4 Destroy. This is actually our safest bet right now. This is a very strange battle. Yeah, I think we lost. I don't care for this one as much. Let's see. It doesn't have enough mana coverage for running a Thrall. Because Thrall only works really good if you have a lot of color coverage. Like, you normally want to be covering at least 5 and not 6 with Thrall. Or any Destroy option for that matter. Or really any mana accumulator that's wide accumulating. Otherwise, we're going to get situations like that. A lot of the double storms I do not find to be worthwhile most of the time. Because most of them don't do anything. Like, with their ability. And the Raza is definitely extremely at fault in that regard. I do want to use Rope Dart, though. I do like the concept of using Rope Dart with this. What did we run for Yellow Dragon? I'm trying to think. When the new ball of fluff arrives, you would like to see it chilling on your mic stand? Sure. I will, whenever it gets here. Alright, what do we want here? I don't want an Angry Mob again. Marilith and that other team would kind of fit pretty well. Sure we want a Marilith though. Like compared to other mana accumulators, I can already do similar. trying to think of like a backline blue. Let me go double check Mythics again. Because I kind of want a Mythic to sit there. Because I don't want to do Bishop Stralis again. Iron Gut would be kind of interesting. Because with Marilith, we have full mana coverage. Because this was the thing I was thinking of earlier with Marilith. Because that now gives us full mana coverage. I almost might even want to use Hiking Iron Gut in first slot. And run Hero in second. And then run it as Monk, like we already have it right now. Though we probably need to change your banner to be something better. Though technically green doesn't hurt necessarily, but I think this situation's a little better with blue. Okay. And then we change our banner, oddly enough, to double red. As counterproductive as that seems. And then the other one into even more counterproductive yellow. Because I don't think we're taking blue that often. This also allows us to minus brown. Which in this situation we actually want to do. I don't necessarily want to, but compared to every color that we could minus, it's the one that's hurting us the least. Let's go see what we could do with this. Because we're generally not taking brown in order to fill the last bit of Iron Gut. Like, it's not what he's there to do. Biggest issue is if Marilith dies, though it is in the currently safest location where it could possibly be. Making it less likely to have such a thing occur. Though not a non-zero chance that it would. Because what we do from here is we get Devour, boom. We throw down Rope Dart on whatever else we want to kill, boom. We throw down Marilith, boom. We get all of our mana back again. Repeat the cycle, boom. 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 Have you even gotten to cast? Boom. But, yeah, basically that. Like, that's the game plan here. Like, a lot of single target focus and then, like, an AoE wipe for when we need it. Where we start by taking red and green. Particularly red. And then we have all the extra turn value we could possibly use. Get rid of his summoner. Move it up front, so if we get a Skull Poke, it just insta-dies. Which actually a combination I don't think I've ever used now that I think about it. Have I even used a Rope Dart Iron Gut team ever? Because it's actually kind of strong. Because it ensures you one-shot whatever you move to first. Like, there's almost no situation where Iron Gut is not one-shotting with Skulls, the thing that gets moved to first. The only problem with this team composition is the Gem Dragon even doing anything? It's basically a 3-troop team. And Gem Dragon is not one of them. Like, it's there doing something. Very minimally. Oh, we finally didn't Devour. Actually, that's kind of surprising that we had that consistent of a Devour, right? Because we're actually only at 67 because I forgot to switch it to attack value. Because normally when you're running a... Normally if you're running Iron Gut outside of Delves, you gotta give it 2 or 3 attack medals. So that it has enough attack to function. Yeah, that works out pretty well. Does what it needs to do. Does everything it needs to do. Okay, let's go see how it does in PvP. I'm pretty happy with this. And then maybe we can start building all the teams for the week. Because I think I'm going to start doing that on the Sunday streams just so we can get the teams out a little bit quicker. Obviously, we can't build all the teams. But we could build some of the teams. I was going to say, you better get Devour there or we might actually lose. Because we are a little bit behind the curve right now. Alright, Gem Dragon getting cleansed there is pretty nice if you could actually do something right now. I really need a blue, but I guess I'll take a brown. Gotta get some value down. Alright, we just kind of win from this point. Oh, you have a... Oops. I just hit the thing that has immune to Devour. With the thing that has a 100% chance to Devour. Which doesn't quite work that way. Oh, you're also... Well, actually, honestly, that works. Because then we get all the blue to feed you. Then we Devour the other one and just win with Marilith. Good old Marilith. Oh, wait. You took his mana. But then we got your mana. Oh, but then we're frozen on the other thing. But it doesn't matter because we do that and then Marilith. Oh, we got transformed. Wait, that transform actually just unfroze us. That's funny. And there we go. It doesn't matter if you have immune to Devour if you're dying to the hit. I'm happy with those 2 teams. Or those 3 teams, I mean. Let me go put them in my little dragon list. Because I actually have a list for all the dragons now. Or at least all the ones that we've gotten. Which, of course, is missing 2 of them. We have not covered a video on any except the very first one, though. Though I do intend to. At least on the 4 that we have. Obviously, the other 2 we can't quite do. But I do want to go put them over there. Let's see. What's this thing called again? ssaszix? ssaszix 1. I'm literally just going to number them. This is the right code, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Let me just go copy paste these 3 over into a little thingy real quick. ssaszix 1, 2, and 3. Alright, there we go. And let me go click save on that, and boom. Alright, anyways, next order of business. Let's go and do a bunch of teams for the week. So World Event we obviously cannot do, as World Event we don't know the condition for. However, everything else we do. So, first things first, if we go check what the thing is, we can see that the event is actually it'd be easier if we just go for Terran's World. So if we go over to Terran's World, we already know that it's associated to the what's it called? Gosh, why do I always forget the name of this one? But the gosh, why do I always forget its name? The Werewoods. I can never remember the one of that transform one. So let's go for the Werewoods then. Which is a very annoying one, for sure, for Pure Faction. I should like the Pure Faction team first. So we got a troop type. Or I mean to Kingdom. Head down the Werewoods. And let's go get this thing built. So as far as Werewoods Pure Faction, this is built in a rather weird way. Mostly because of how Beastmaster and everything else in this location works. So essentially, you want to use the frontline tank for as long as possible. And then kind of go like that. Like, you never want to cast your Werebear. This thing right here, you want to have it for the final fight, but you never actually want to click the button to cast it. These you keep attacking with. And this is kind of just here in case you need to convert. But you're mostly just trying to kill with Werecats. Where you're dealing damage to an enemy, there's plus ready deal triple. And then create 8 red. There's 25% chance to transform into Torburn. The big issue with this place is everything, when casting, can transform into Torburn. And then Torburn randomly transforms into some of the other ones occasionally. And this is very annoying because your team is constantly shuffling all over the place as far as what they currently are. And you mostly just want to keep Werebear never casting, unless you find another one. In which case, maybe you can, but still try to minimally cast it. But you basically don't ever want to cast Werebear. Spam the Werecats like crazy. And only cast Beastmaster once one of your Werecats become a Beastmaster. So once one of these things transform into Beastmaster at a 25%, you can then get away with casting Torburn as much as you want. But until these things do it, you might want to do it a little bit minimally, as you do want to enter the final fight with a team of 1 Werebear and 1 Beastmaster. Ideally more troops than that, but that's like the bare minimum you want to go into the final with. A Werebear in first, and a Beastmaster somewhere is alive. And then hopefully 2 other troops or 1 other troop. But as long as you have a Werebear and 1 Beastmaster for the final fight, you should be okay for Pure Faction. Also, that banner is incorrect. What banner do we need here? Realistically, what do we even want? Gosh. Transform our blue to red. Yeah, we probably want to double red into... There's an issue with going double red, though. But you kind of have to go double red. Because the issue with double red... I actually might be double red-green now that I think about it. I almost want to go double green, but you don't tend to cast a Werebear, so it starts off very slow. Yeah, I think it has to be double red-brown. Or even single red, double brown. Just so you can cast... yeah, it's probably single red, double brown now that I think about it. What's the minus on this? This is actually relevant where the other troop is, because you don't want to minus its color. So it's safe to minus blue. So I basically just want to take whatever the minus blue banner is. Sure, we'll go with that one. It has been decided. It's +2 red, +1 brown. Because there's not... never mind. There is a minus blue for the other version. Due to Hellcrag. Yeah, I think it's double brown red. Because you don't want to overtake on red. And you want a way to feed into Beastmaster because everything's going to be transforming to Beastmaster, but Beastmaster is going to be transforming to everything else. So you're always going to have a need to get Beastmaster out. And double brown's the easiest way to make sure you can get Beastmaster back into not Beastmaster. Like if Werecat transformed into Beastmaster and your team becomes Werebear, Beastmaster, Werecat, Beastmaster, you want a way to target out to that Beastmaster to become not Beastmaster, and the best way to do that is double brown. And the red's just there because it also feeds into him, and also is needed for the Werecat, so you can double turn it if you get lucky with double surge. But yeah, it's a really annoying faction, among one of the hardest in the game, mostly because it's very luck-based, but that's the strategy for it. Anyways, other things. With that being said, that means the faction color is something. I know it's not blue. Let me go double check 1 second. Where is... Gosh, where was... oh no, Werewood's up here. I was looking over here, but that's Wild Court. I always mix them up. But Werewood's is up in the corner over there. Alright, the coloration of this place is the following. It is red-green. Interesting. So we have access to all greens, all reds. That gives us access to standard Rowan, right? Leprechaun. Because if that's the case, that's what we're going with. Rowan, Mirage Queen. Yeah, that gives access to standard Rowan. So the standard Rowan it is. I don't need to go anything fancy. Whatever works, works. And this is very consistent in the working condition. There we go. And change the class to Archer, really whatever you want to run it with. It is pretty flexible. Ah, there we go. Alright, pretty standard team for that. Now, this one's a little bit more annoying, green and red for this. Though, in all fairness, the team I already have set actually works. Should we switch it? Oh, what do you guys think of me whenever I, like, do the exact same team? Because sometimes I feel like I should switch it up some. And then I look at this and it's like, ah, it already works. Green, red. Wait, do you have access to... Wait, is the 50%... Yeah, we could already start mention that. But, wait, do we have access to it? Because we need the 50% human start. Why can I not remember her name? Is she yellow-green? Wait, is she yellow-green? Oh yeah, she is. Yeah, you can run her. Yeah, you have access to, the Tesla thing. Tesla, Urskia Shield. This is both going to be a double Urskia Shield team, but it works. Urskia Shield's really easy to get. And then you change the banner to... just a couple ones that work here. Like double blue-brown or double blue-red. Actually, let me just double check what the minus is. Minus purple. Because we're looking for double blue-red or double blue-brown. Like this. That'll work. Alright, let's roll with that. Class can be pretty much anything as well, though this is a little bit deeper, so we'll go with Titan. Nice tanky class. Could theoretically go with one of the human classes too, since 50% mana start there. But there we go. Let's see. Yeah, the faction is pretty much just pure transform. It's very annoying. Like, you can easily go 100 transforms in that mode when you're doing pure faction for that place between you and the enemy. It is so many transforms. Alright, so let's go mess with Sunspear team. Or not Sunspear. This will end up being... Oh gosh, what kingdom is that for again? Why on earth do I forget what Weirwoods is from? Hold up. We literally just looked at the thing earlier too. Yeah, it's Urskia. So with Urskia, that would end up being... Urska's from Urskia then. For the thing. And that means this word should be Sentinel then. Sentinel. Sentinel. Why is that spelled wrong? Is that spelled wrong? Why on earth do I forget how to spell Sentinel? Oh, I forgot the N. I knew there was something missing there. Because it's definitely not Sentinel. It's Sentinel. There we go. Anyways. Forgot the N. We're good to go though. And just to double check, this should be a Urska restriction. And that's exactly what it is. Also, we're likely going to need to use Shield on Monday as well. Theoretically, we could even preemptive the Rowan team for that. Actually, I never have actually kept that in the things. Because we actually know every single week what you could set the optimal Rowan build to. Because we already know next week what the Rowan build should be for the week. You know what? Maybe we should mention that too. Because I never actually mentioned... Like, I normally build it on the night of. But I normally don't mention the team that you should do for all the event stuff. Because we don't even need to know what the tasks are to know exactly what you need for it. Because it's the same every time. It's this. It's, So first things first, let's go get a Rowan build. So let me go copy my Rowan build. But we already know exactly what you need to have optimal Rowan build next week. Not for strong Rowan, but for complete all tasks Rowan. Because you need a shield weapon. Hello, Urska shield. You need a banner of Urska banner, which is, I completely forget. Or is you underneath this category? You. Use back here. No, use over here. Wait, wherever if is use the alphabet. Use over here. There it is. And then class is Sentinel. Which was already over there and I moved past it. And now that covers everything. Because next week we're going to have to do a task with shield. Next week you're going to have to do a task with this banner. And next week you're going to have to do a task with... There's a third one. Oh yeah, this hero class. Yeah, there's the hero class, there's the banner, and there's the weapon. So that covers all 3 of the possible objectives that can happen. So let's go name this campaign tasks. Yeah, I normally don't mention that one ever prior. Like, we always go over it on Monday nights. But never have I mentioned it in the team's videos. Like, preemptively. But we already know, like, what's going to be. Like, we don't need to know what the tasks are to know exactly that's what's going to be. Anyways, and these other 2 we probably can't do if we're going to do anything else for them. Because the new troop we're probably just not using. It's not that good. And... Oh, wait, what was it again? It was pretty bad, wasn't it? I already forget what it was. It was... If it's that forgettable, it's probably useless. Oh, yeah, it's useless. It's very useless. And even though this one's technically usable, I can't show teams for it because we don't have the troop till Friday. And by Friday, I mean months from now, because actually I am not going to bother getting it this Friday. Though we are getting the Mythic this Friday. But I am skipping on the troop, as you'll be able to get it for free in the Underworld at a later point. And that's exactly how we're doing it. And I'm not sure what we'll show for these other 2 teams then. Probably something related to the Sentinel hero class and something else. Like an actual Sentinel hero class team and one other one. But that's a spoiler for later, so we're actually going to hide those for now. Or not hide them, but, you know, we'll make them later. Because, and obviously World Event we have to do later because we don't know what they are. These other 2 we'll do later, just so we're not giving all the teams right now. Gotta keep something for the video. Also, I will probably still be separating it as 2 videos. However, the 2 videos will hopefully be up a little bit closer. Like the other one that comes like a day later, I'll try to do on the exact same day. Ideally within the same few hours as the other one. So it's probably still going to be divided as 2 videos. Just to kind of test it for the next like several weeks to a month or so. However, we might eventually go back to making it 1 video, but we will be testing as 2 videos, but I'll try to get the teams video out a bit quicker than I normally do. Because we only have 4 of the teams we need to go make for it, whatever the world event stuff is, and then the 2 spoiler ones. Or not spoiler ones, but you know, the ones I'll mention later. Because they're mostly going to be team building with, I don't know, maybe one will do the new troop and the other one will probably be some kind of Sentinel team out of the hero class. So the 50% mana start for that place is so bad. That's the only, like, annoying thing about trying to use anything from Urska. Like, the 50% mana start for Urskas is one of the weaker 50% mana start troops. Not as weak as the Dragon one, but, you know. Like, it's weak in the sense that the things that it can synergize with aren't necessarily weak. It's just its ability is very underwhelming for a 50% mana start troop. And it's an issue that some of the 50% mana starts have. Like, Divine Ishbala doesn't have that issue at all. Mirage Queen doesn't have that issue at all. There's some of them that don't, like, even remotely. But then other ones have an ability that you basically never want to click, which makes it like you're only using 3.5 troops in those situations. But yeah, does anyone else have any other questions? Anything you want me to go over? Anythings? Any of the anythings? Otherwise, I think we might start wrapping it up. Oh, wait, actually, you know what? Never mind. I lied. We gotta go kill Billion Green. Why on earth is that still so many? I thought we killed quite a few things this stream. Apparently, the answer to that is no. Hold up, we're gonna be here like 10, 20 minutes. Wait. That's a lot of green to kill. How has that number moved so little? I feel like we've killed at least like 70 greens this stream. Apparently not, though that number will go very quickly for using Dust Devil. Any other questions, let me know, everyone. Oh, yeah, I never did hand out the second code. Yeah, let me go do that. Hold up. I'll go hand out second code as well. Can't not hand out second code. Let's see. Well, there you guys go. There's the second code. Use it. Well, you guys know already. Actually, we'll go claim it ourselves as well. Go over to redeem code section of gemsofwar.com, copy paste the code from chats, put your invite code in top section, put the redeem code in the other section, get yourself loot in game, and same loot as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. There you guys go. Enjoy. Alright, let's go get 100 gems now. Gotta go kill 1 billion greens. Gotta burn down all the forests so we can get some gems. But there you guys go. Sorry about that. Completely forgot. Also, how's the connection been this stream, by the way? Because it seems like on my end, it keeps fluctuating from, like, frames dropping to stable. And kind of keeps going back and forth. Like, last night when it was, like, completely consistently unstable, this night has been, like, moments of unstable and then moments of perfectly fine. At least from what I can see on my end. I'm not sure how it actually looks on the live end. Luckily, when we do the videos, they should have no delay at all. But hopefully our connection will be fixed in the very near future. But it seems like it's still kind of dampered from the hurricane. It is actually being decent? Okay. The 72,000 frames that have been dropped would say otherwise. Which I think is the highest amount of dropped frames I've ever seen for any stream I've ever done. Even more than last night because we're streaming for longer. Because right now, on my end, it is shown we have dropped 73,000 frames. Actually, what does it look like if I click on the YouTube section? So if I go to Stats for Nerds, there is a dropped frame section here. And the number of dropped frames YouTube says I have dropped is 43,000. So that's interesting. My program says I have dropped 73,000. YouTube says I have dropped 43,000. Those are 2 drastically different numbers. Regardless, they are both very big numbers that are normally 0 or very close to 0. Is that number on an average stream like doesn't hit above 100? It is currently almost 6 digits long. I have no problem for the code and everything. And yeah, tomorrow night I'll mess with all the tasks and everything. And tonight, or later tonight, or more so tomorrow morning, we'll have the video up going over all the weekly stuff and all the teams. But it will be divided as 2 videos. But I do want to try getting both of them up early on the same day. But it will be 2 separate videos. One going over all the normal stuff and the other one only going over teams. And as Genki mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. Did I also collect the Invasion Wars? Yeah, I already got them earlier. We got a useless green orb. I recall because it was so bad. Yeah, we already claimed it earlier. All the weeklies are done. Oh yeah, that's true. Did I claim the last of the invasion? Hold up. I claimed it for Ward event, but I think I forgot to claim it for invasions. You're correct. Though even if I forgot, it auto claims it for you. As long as you get up to this point for your guild, you will get all rewards, as long as, you know, your guild also did this. Like, if I didn't claim either of these, it would be in our mail. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I actually did forget about those, didn't I? Hey, we got a small blue, though. There we go. Anyways. How many more green kills do we need? We're not even halfway there. Is there not a better ratio of green out there? Is like Silverglade? No, Silverglade can't be. I'm trying to think of a different kingdom that would be better on green. Is Nexus okay on green? Because they did have some green, though it wasn't that many. Because I feel like we're seeing so few here. As I say that, we were up against a triple green team here, but still. For a pure green kingdom, its ratio of green does not seem insanely good. But it might just be one of the best options, because some of the colors just don't have a good option. Like, if you're looking for a pure blue kingdom, gosh, you have like 1 billion locations, particularly at Merlantis. But some colors just don't have as many options. No, now that I say that, we're just getting like triple greens. But we're getting some battles where we're only getting 1, which is definitely not what we want to see. Like, on average, if like right here, we only got 1. Like, you want to be trying to find like 2 on average. Yeah, Zacian does have a decent ratio. I believe Forest of Thorns is still slightly higher, though. Looks like we're on an average of 2. 2's fine. He's realistically an average of 2. That takes under 75 battles. We're already pretty much halfway there, which means it takes 36 or 37 or so battles more. Which isn't too bad. Dust of All wins like 6 times per minute. That's realistically about 7 minutes. 7 minutes of pure XP grinding. Which we're getting up there. What's our hero level right now? Not as high as some people, but almost at level 1,762. Those will be the first year we don't gain 100 levels. This will be like super power grind, but I really don't have an intention to. Though we definitely need to get to 2,000 eventually, that's for sure. That's like the true end goal right there. Eventually hits the completion of 2,000 level. While levels do keep going higher, 2,000 is effectively the max level in Gyms of War. While the number numerically goes higher, your overall stats and everything basically don't go any higher once you hit 2,000. At least in theory, anyways. Realistically. Because technically it does keep going higher if you get like to 3,000. And like technically ever so slightly from Mastery. But Mastery means almost nothing when you're this high. 3s are almost never even taken for surges these days. Or, you know, like you still do, but it's not as required because there's so many broken ways to accumulate mana that very rarely are you depending on a 3 surge to win. Because back in the day, that used to matter a lot more. Like if you doubled your mana off a single turn, and then like cascaded and like doubled both of those doubles, and then went absolutely crazy from there. But nowadays, you just click one button and you have full mana on your entire team. It's generally about that easy. Not exactly so, but you know, it's kind of like that these days. One button, full mana automatically. So one thing I'm kind of curious to see will happen, because how the frames are going right now, is if I click the stop streaming button, will it actually stop streaming? Because one thing I noticed last night is because of all the dropped frames, it was like still rendering data. And I saw that it was like not immediately ending the stopping of the stream. And then I clicked end stream on the actual YouTube thing. And then last night's stream actually cut like way before the end of the stream actually occurred. I think Genki even mentioned a comment on it because I think she was looking at it after the fact or something. But what ended up happening is there are 2 ways to end your stream when it comes to YouTube, or pretty much any program probably. There's one where you click it in your program, where I can click a button that literally says stop streaming and it'll stop streaming. And then there's YouTube's end, where there's like a master end stream button, where even if your program is still streaming, it will end the stream. And if you click that button, even if your program's still trying to stream data outwards, it will end up ending it. And what ended up happening was I ended up clicking the end stream button on my program, but then it had like a rendering like ... button, like it was ending stream, but you know, it wasn't actually ended. But apparently it was trying to render out like all the dropped frames or something. So when I then clicked end stream on the YouTube end, it cut everything that wasn't fully rendered due to all the dropped frames. So this time around, I might let it idle. My only concern with that is if it would leave like just empty space of me doing nothing at the end for like 5 to 10 minutes, but we'll find out in soon. So if you're watching after the fact and you see random nothingness for like 5 or 10 minutes, that is why. Or maybe even if you're watching live, I'm not sure if it would happen that way though. But we'll find out. Because I'm going to try to let it render, at least for like a couple minutes just to see. Because I believe it came out smooth after the fact. It was just during it that it was buffering a bunch. You always do both? Interesting. I only ever do it through my program. Because if you do it through YouTube's end, any data that has not actually been sent fully to YouTube will get cut off. Which is what ends up happening last night. It normally doesn't happen to me because my connection is normally stable enough to keep up with it. But since our connection is slower right now due to hurricane damage to our connection in the area, it doesn't quite work that way. So I'm going to leave it some time just to kind of render out and see. Otherwise, it's going to cut it possibly even before this moment that we're talking about right now. I'll find out on the final cut. At some point, it's probably going to cut earlier. It's not cutting much. Can you talk Pokemon nonsense during that time? Sure, you can if you want. Oh yeah, we're probably doing Pokemon again this Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to play Generation 1. It has been 24, 25 years since I have played Generation 1. And we're going to be doing it this Tuesday with a game that came out... actually, the first Switch game that ever came out for Pokemon. Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. And technically Pikachu, though we're doing Eevee version. But I'll be doing that on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We should be able to finish most of it within that time. The plan for Tuesday and Wednesday, or possibly just Tuesday, is finish the entire storyline. Then Wednesday will probably be finish the decks, and whatever storyline we haven't already done. And then Thursday will be kind of just like touching up on post-game and, you know, whatever else there really is to do. I probably won't be streaming all the shiny hunting for it. Otherwise, would be here for forever. But I do plan on doing some shiny hunting for the game. Just not sure how much we'll actually stream for it. And maybe we'll start doing some of it on Thursday, but we should be able to finish the whole main storyline between Tuesday and Wednesday stream. And it's basically a revamped version of what Generation 1 was, which I don't even know what the storyline was for that game now that I think about it. Because when I played Generation 1, I would have been 4 years old, I believe, or 5. A very small number. Definitely low single-digit number of age. Because I would have been very, very young at that time. Like, exceedingly young. Because I played it on the original Game Boy. As well as the Game Boy SP and Game Boy Advance. Actually, did that other one even work on Game Boy Advance? I don't remember. I think it did. Is when you get to the DS, I think it stopped working. But I believe the Game Boy Advance still had backwards compatibility with it. Like, Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue, all that. I was playing Gen 1 in the womb. No. But I would have been like 4 or 5, I think. Can't remember exactly. Though I do know I played all of them. Red, blue, and yellow. Actually, I played every... From the first 2 gens, I actually played all 5 of the games. Not counting the remakes. But I guess technically yellow is somewhat a remake. Because that's basically what Pokemon Eevee and Pikachu is. Or, you know, the Switch version. They're remakes of Pokemon Yellow, specifically. Which, if I'm not mistaken, I think Game Boy, Pokemon Yellow was made for the Game Boy Color, I think. Because I'm not sure the difference between Game Boy games and Game Boy Color games. Because they're both basically the same category of games to me. Also because I was so young and couldn't really distinguish. Plus they both had backwards compatibility on the system, so it worked. Like, as far as Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color / Game Boy games, like, those are really obvious differences. But the differences between Game Boy games and Game Boy Color, I have very little recollection of. Especially since the cartridges were pretty much the same. Also, have we hit 150 green kills yet? Should soon. Sometimes I hate to kill a lot objective, because if you're not planning on playing a lot on a given day... Oh wait, we already hit it. It is a lot to grind, though apparently we already probably hit it minutes ago. So, and it's not too bad. But, like, you can get this down, regardless of what color, in like 10 minutes. But it's 10 minutes of, like, ultra max efficiency XP grinding, which is basically just spam Dust Devil. And while I don't mind doing spam Dust Devil for Gnome events, I don't like doing it as much just generally. Like, Gnome events make it nice because you're getting so much loot. But I guess technically 100 gems is quite a bit of loot too. But it just doesn't feel the same when you're doing it for Gnome event. Because you know, like, every several battles is like, ooh, there's a gnome there, we get a bunch of reward. Whereas all this is like, the payout for it's like all at once, rather than scattered about like it is with gnome events, which makes it a lot more fun when it's scattered like that with the gnomes. Anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up for now. Hopefully we'll have a bit more of a stable connection tomorrow. Some people said it was kind of stable right now, though with my program saying 88,000 dropped frames, I assume it's not fully stable, but hopefully stable enough. But hopefully by tomorrow night it'll be perfectly fine. If it's not fixed within the next few days, I don't know, I might need to look into that. Because, yeah, I'm not sure much I can do on my end to really fix that. But, I'll see. Because I'm pretty sure it's literally just a connection. Like it started happening after a hurricane. It can't really be anything else but the connection. But if it is, I will go double check and just see. But I'm pretty sure it's just a connection. Something we're just going to have to wait out until the infrastructure for it gets fixed. But anyways, guys, I will catch you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, hour and a half prior to now tomorrow. As we always do at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're mostly going to be going over all the Chapter 6 tasks and messing with all that. We'll have the weekly video up sometime in the next several hours, hopefully. Sometime tomorrow morning. And we'll go from there. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful week. We'll catch you guys later. Thanks for stopping by. Greatly appreciate it as always. And I'll catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching. Hello, Tyrion. Goodbye, Tyrion. Welcome, welcome.